Am I the only one not ready to be back in a studio? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Goldie and this is the Lazy Ballerina Club. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips to boost your confidence in the ballet studio post-quarantine. So for the past 5 months now, I cannot believe it's 5 months, we've all been stuck in our apartments or our houses or wherever you may be, attempting to stay in some sort of ballet shape. And now, depending on where you are in the world, studios are opening back up. On one hand, it is very exciting, and on the other hand, it's extremely intimidating and overwhelming and daunting and a million other feelings. I mean, I'm seeing everyone saying like, we can't wait to be back in the studio, but I don't know. I feel like I have been sitting on my couch eating everything, and I don't know if I'm ready to put a leotard and tights on and walk back into the studio and see myself in a mirror taking class. So here are my 5 tips that have helped me boost my confidence back up, either after quarantine or a layoff or just when I'm feeling a little bit low on confidence. Tip number 1, get out of your own head. This one sounds so simple, but I'm telling you, it is the ultimate key to gain that confidence back up when going back into the studio. I mean, I don't want to sound harsh, but no one is thinking about anyone other than themselves, especially when it comes to the ballet studio. Everyone is feeling the exact same way. We've all been stuck in our living rooms or our kitchens, or the lucky dancers that have a home studio, but this video is not for you, so goodbye. And I don't want to speak for all dancers, but ballet dancers can typically be extremely self-absorbed. And that can actually work in your favor when going back into the studio. More often than not, the people that you're in class with have their own laundry list of insecurities and things that they don't like about themselves in the ballet studio that they have no time or brain capacity to start judging or critiquing your insecurities in the studio. I know getting out of your own head is so much easier said than done, but I'm telling you, it is the first step to gaining that confidence back up, feeling good about yourself in the studio again, and just remembering that you are your own worst critic. There are things that you can point out on your body or in your technique that no one else can see or is thinking about, and remembering to be kind to yourself and to be patient and allowing muscle memory to kick in and carry you on through class will be the best thing that you can do to get that confidence back up. Tip number 2, take it at your own pace. Okay, this one's major. I mean, there are a million reasons why taking it at your own pace is important, but the most obvious reason is injury. I don't know if you've already forgotten, but for the past 5 months, you've been dancing on carpet or hardwood floors, or if you're lucky, a little square of Marley in your living room smacking your ceiling fan. You can't just walk back into the studio and expect to take class from start to finish without your body actually dying. For most of us, this is the longest we've ever taken off. I mean, when was the last time you took off for longer than a month? While muscle memory is amazing, I love to rely on it, you can't expect it to carry you through the entire class like you might be able to after a week off or 2 weeks off or even a month off. If I tried to walk into class and take on everything at once, my confidence would be in the trash. Ballet is hard. Ballet is hard in the middle of the season. Ballet is hard when you're at your best shape, and there's no real reason to take on too much too soon. I hate to break it to you, but you probably won't be preparing for any performances anytime soon. So instead of dwelling on that unfortunate situation, use this time to your advantage. Maybe on the first day back, you just do bar and see how that feels. And then the second day you do center, and the third day you just look at your point shoes. Don't even put them on yet, but maybe you just look at them. And just little by little, get back into the swing of things. Being able to allow yourself to rebuild that confidence will help you in the long run, I think, personally. And I don't know about you, but the smartest person or the smartest dancer in the room is the one that knows what's right for their body, knows what's right for their spirit or mind. Being able to stand with yourself and take it at your own pace when everyone around you is doing the entire class shows strength and maturity and more confidence than you might even realize. Tip number 3, do not compare yourself. So this one is extremely difficult in the ballet world because we all compare ourselves to everyone. But let's be honest, you're gonna walk back into the studio, and on the first day back into class, there are gonna be those girls that are doing a full class with point shoes. They just ran a variation. They just did 32 fouettes while spinning on their heads in front of the room. And I just wanna tell you that 1, those girls are crazy. And 2, don't be those girls. And 3, do not compare yourself to those girls. I mean, maybe you feel confident about what you did in quarantine. If you start comparing yourself to every single person that you see in the room, your confidence could go from super, super high to, oh my gosh, I didn't do enough in quarantine, or oh my gosh, I'm so out of shape. How are these girls looking so great and I'm looking like trash? Something that's super important to remember right now is the coronavirus and this quarantine has been a traumatic experience. It still is a traumatic experience. We've never been through anything like this. We've never been in quarantine, and we've never tried to stay in ballet shape in quarantine. Everyone has also dealt with this traumatic experience differently. There is no right or wrong way to deal with quarantine or the coronavirus or staying in shape or whatever it may be. Even if you just took one class this whole entire quarantine, you should be proud of yourself. Not comparing yourself to other people's quarantine routines or other people's bodies after quarantine or whatever the insecurity or lack of confidence that you're dealing with is, will help you remember that we're all dealing with it differently, and every way of dealing with it is okay, and there's no wrong way to deal with it. Tip number 4, choose gratitude. Okay, this one sounds a little obnoxious and a little annoying, and you're probably like, Goldie, what are you talking about? Choose gratitude. But hear me out. Your mind is extremely powerful. If you start thinking negatively, you're probably gonna feel negatively. Instead of focusing on all of the negatives or all of the things that you don't have right now, maybe shift that focus to all the positives and all the things that you do have right now. Simple mindset changes like that could go an extremely long way. So instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so out of shape, I can't believe I'm in a studio right now, maybe start saying, oh my God, I'm so excited to be in a studio right now. I know, choosing to be grateful is a challenge and could just be like flat out annoying. If someone walked up to me in the studio and said, Goldie, just be grateful you're in the studio, I'd probably want to kill her. But here I am telling you to do exactly that. Just try it out, see how it feels. If it's not for you, that's okay. But it has done wonders for my mental health and my mindset in and out of the studio. Okay, this is my favorite one. Tip number 5, fake it till you make it. This is the one that I use the most. I have carried this saying, this phrase, this mentality throughout my whole entire ballet career. I feel like this is the main reason why I have a ballet career. There's never gonna be a time where you're 100% confident in anything that you do. Sometimes you just gotta go for it and jump and walk back into class or put that leotard back on and just fake it until that confidence kind of just trickles in behind it. Odds are that the majority of the people that you're in class with or dancing with or the people that you surround yourself with are also faking it. If you start acting confident and thinking that you're confident, chances are that you're gonna actually start to become confident in anything that you do. And last tip, a little bonus tip before I go, remember to be kind to yourself. Like I said, this whole insane situation that we're in is traumatic and no one's dealt with it before. No one knows how to deal with quarantine or the coronavirus or trying to stay in shape in quarantine. It's just beyond that we're even attempting to take class in our living rooms. You just have to remember that no one expects you to be in the same shape that you were before quarantine, and if they do expect that from you, you need a new group of people, because that's crazy and impossible. It's impossible. Whether we want to admit this or not, the ballet world is changing before our eyes. And the most important thing right now is to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. If you're feeling a little less confident than normal, or you're not really ready to go back into the studio, or you're just feeling like the thought of putting on a leotard is way too overwhelming, just remember that it's normal, and I am feeling the exact same way. So if you're feeling that, comment down below and let's chat and support each other through this insane situation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, comment, share it, read my blog, follow me on Instagram. And if you do go back into the studio, and if you do use these tips, message me, let's talk about it. How do people finish videos? See ya, good luck, talk to you later. I don't know, I'm new. See you in the next video.